Good morning. It is late. It is like 10 o'clock. We are going to Reef Gliders today because if you didn't know, I do social media content for them, just Instagram. But we're heading there because Gigi's got an open water, so I'm going to go and film her doing her open water with her students to get a bit more content. Let's go. Picked our gear up from Coconut Tree again and we are walking again to Reef Gliders. It's 11 o'clock now. We leave at 11:30, half an hour to chill. Also, I didn't say, but it is Wednesday and it is a cruise ship day, so it's ridiculously busy in town at the moment. So many cars, so many people. I don't like it. So I just changed, I got into my scuba gear. They're just briefing now and then we're gonna head out. I need to go set up my camera because I'm going to be using my GoPro and my sea life housing, because basically I'm going to need to shoot in vertical for Reef Gliders content and then I need to shoot this in landscape. So I'm going to take both and see if I can do both at the same time and try and get some good footage for everyone. But it's just one dive, it's one student, dive 2, so they will be doing fully flooded mask. I think they're doing CISA, they're dive flexible, and then neutral buoyancy. What else? I can't remember. Let's go. As part of the open water course, you need to perform certain skills to a certain standard. Seeing this is dive 2, the skills that need to be performed are a fully flooded mask and clear, neutral buoyancy, aka a fin pivot, and an alternate air source ascent. In PADI, we also have dive flexible skills, which are skills that can be completed on dives 2, 3 and 4. The controlled emergency swimming ascent, or the CISA, is a dive flexible skill that can be done at any time throughout the dive. However, because we are on-gassing more and more nitrogen throughout our dive, it is important to think about the consequences that a CISA could have. Because it is an ascent to the surface in an emergency situation, it is safer to perform this skill at the beginning of a training dive to lower the risk of DCS. For the skill, you have to be in the ascent position with your hand up and your LPI up. This ascent is expected to be done on one breath, making a continuous sound. It has to be done from a minimum of 20 feet, and you do not take your regulator out of your mouth or drop your weights. Here, Gigi and her student are performing neutral buoyancy. This is a key skill in scuba diving, as buoyancy is one of the main things that makes you a good diver. It's really important to get this skill mastered early on so that you don't affect any living organisms or coral around you. That's why in the open water, instructors tend to put a lot of effort into making sure that you have got good or adequate buoyancy. We're not expecting you to be perfect, you are still training, but it's important to know the basics. The next skill Gigi did was a fully flooded mask, and he did the skill perfectly. Once all the skills are done, it is then time to go on your dive, which will last about half an hour. For dive 2, the maximum depth is 40 feet, but you can still see some really awesome things like the sponges and corals and just beautiful things. Gigi also has awesome little clappy hands to applaud her students when they do something well. We saw this beautiful lobster and also loads of other cool stuff, including blue cleaner shrimp, anemones, cowfish, and just beautiful coral everywhere. After the dive, we make our way back to the boat where Gigi is going to perform an alternate air source ascent with her student. In this case, he is the hero and she is out of air. He provides his alternate air source to her. He maintains physical contact. He asks her if she's okay and if she's ready to ascend. The ascent should be slow and controlled, And then once breaching the surface, the out of air person must orally inflate their BCD. And that was the end of the dive. We just finished the dive and now we're heading to Coconut Tree. I've left my gear there. Heading to Coconut Tree to go and have lunch with Riley and Harley now. I forgot my GoPro. Of course, let's go again. We are just walking home, we had lunch, now I'm gonna go home, clean the house. Woo! This puppy. So yeah, go home, clean the house, and then that's the end of my day.